Um, so to tell you a little bit about myself and my business. So my name's Karl Murray and I'm from Ireland. So we're in Europe, we're on the other side of the Atlantic. And I'm 33 years old from Dublin. And I founded Kotanical almost 7 years ago. So Kotanical is an essential oil and diffuser company. It specializes in cruelty-free, certified cruelty-free essential oils, and we also do room sprays and roller balls, which are for your pulse points. The reason why I decided to sell my business is because we got at a good level in Ireland, but I wanted to see it going international. But I felt like I needed to spend more time on it for that to happen. But I didn't want to get in the way of the business. So I decided to sell it instead of taking on shareholders. I felt it to go next stage, I needed kind of someone in America or somewhere outside of Ireland. How satisfied was I with the overall results of selling the business? Yeah, I was happy with it. Obviously, if I should have contacted website closer sooner, and things would have worked a bit easier for me because I would have known what way to structure things. Where there was a bit of time wasted with other brokerages, but like that was the only thing. Yeah, like you really, really, really need to chat to them even before you sell. Like if you want to sell, you need to be chatting to website brokers. Like if it becomes even an idea, because like you're gonna lose a month or two to getting things right before you go to market. The first buyer I chatted to, we sold to. So the quality of the fettle must have been brilliant. Yeah, hole in one. How helpful was John and Mark from Website Closers? I would say extremely helpful. Like there was one or two issues we were having with the buyer, and they were able to assure me that this is just part of the process. So, like, they were really helpful and understanding, and like, like I'd say we had about only two or three meetings, and then two, three meetings with the buyers, and that was it. We're here now, finished. Yeah, it was painless, but it was my first sale in the business, so I didn't know what to expect. And John and Mark were great at walking me through it. And they were very optimistic. Like anytime well, I didn't have many worries because it was such a quick process. Like from the time of listing to selling was probably 3 months. So it's kind of like they'd say, "Oh, we've seen this before. Oh, we've been down this road," and that was it. Like they could see the end before I could. The challenges that we face probably just uncertainty that we'd find a buyer that would be interested in purchasing a business in Ireland, because Ireland is only like 5 million population and it's in Europe. So they, as I said, they got it in the first time. So obviously their vetting process was really good. So what was a challenge for other brokers wasn't a challenge to John and Mark or website brokers. I had been with two other places beforehand and I was like, I'm not happy with these. I felt like they didn't even know how to sell like a small business. So I was like, right. I kept searching on Google and listening to one or two podcasts, and I think the name Website Closer came up, and I just sent them an email, and then that was it. But it was definitely just from Googling. It has an extensive list of business they have sold, so you're kind of like they have their track record out for you to see, where the other businesses don't have that. And then they just had their interface and how many brokers they had, and they had a pool of brokers that they could go between. I really like that because the more people with more experience, the quicker things get done. Because a business deal, in my opinion, like if you're selling your company, you need as much data as you can get and as many like opinions on like what direction to go in. Sellers need to see in brokers that have data or access to data and have people in their kind of like email list that has sold a similar business. Because if you go to someone that's only ever sold like say a blog, they're gonna have very little to no connection selling e-commerce. Or like if someone was selling Dropbox, but then like you go and they're only doing like say content media sites, like it's just like it's great and good, but when you decide to sell a company, your mind's fixated on selling. So you don't want to be spending a year or two just chatting to brokerages and being tied into fixed terms with them, and they don't have the pool of buyers, they don't have the data, they don't have the know-how or connection. If you feel like you want to sell your company, you definitely need to get on it because it's just something that'll fester in you. So I feel like if it don't be kind of half baked with it, you have to be all in or all out. And that's what my advice would be. If you're starting to feel like it, just I'd chat to website closers and just go and like get the structure in place. Because if your business is seasonality, you're gonna have to time the sale of your business around your really peak period.